update on Chris Jericho. So let me see. Okay, so I'll say how AEW reportedly feels about Chris Jericho. He was responding to WWE return. Web said the following. Chris Jericho was one of the most of top names to be a part of AEW. So this was announced, but he could be on his way back to WWE in 2026 for next year. Actors said sponsors began when Chris Jericho liked a social media post that this was indicate he could be interested in a WWE return. It wasn't then revealed that WWE had interest in bringing Chris Jericho back to the company, including major top wrestler into a permission. So also now a new slight update to point that indicates how AEW feels about between just stressing. Speaking of Dave Mosul, to also reported in this week's Wrestling newsletter that other people in AEW are under the beef that Chris Jericho will not be returning to the company more, despite he notes. They believe he will be back in WWE has a big surprise in the 2026. After admits at Royal Rumble match, he will be currently to requested to take a place in Syria and Bolivia. Speaking of Dave Mosul, also on Thursday, a report that entered between songs about WWE believes he will be back with the company as well. So Chris Jericho will roll back to WWE. So Chris Jericho of late 1999, his WWE debut. It is one of the most visible into the company history. And he will go on to spend the better part of 2 decades with the permission. He will wrestle one final time with WWE in the 2018 in the Guinness Royal Rumble match. He will spend AEW will hold its Relentless press conference back in January of 2019. After with Chris Jericho showing up as a big surprise at to end, he announced he is signed with the permission and he will go on to be in the main event of the very first AEW pay-per-view in double or nothing of last year of 2019. After he will undefeated Kenny Omega and become a #1 contender with the AEW World Championship match. And then Chris Jericho will undefeating him and Adam Page at All Out 2019. He also becoming an AEW the fourth world champion. So that was about at the beginning of his long run was 100 point steady, and if it doesn't force the company, the 54-year-old has fallen under criticism from some of fans in recent years. After he has had a soul difference, the stables including the Lawrence Reed with Brian Keith a big bill, but almost have ended without much fanfare. Critical last appeared back in April of this year after losing the Ring of Honor World Championship to Bandito with a literally stable. As it is a former champion, he was a disappointing off of on television. There have been no Jesus, or in the case he will be returning to AEW TV anytime soon. I think his contract is rumored to expire at in year end, in which will open him up to return to WWE. I think he might do with his return. I think. So let's put Chris Jericho on Royal Rumble and then into 2026. I don't know why he still wants to continue his pro wrestling long career. He should have been better about retiring in 2023 or 2024 only, I think. Regardless of where he will end up, the circle is taking to the break he needed to take 2+ years ago. And it is a military where it's really garbage, but I suppose the disconnective that went mostly nowhere and wherever he goes. So let's hope his next good idea is going on TV. So he might be in WWE roster lives in. So I'm glad he's coming back. So WWE fans gonna probably they never hated him. So I think. So I mean there are those in WWE into Dan Hassan gimmick, including like Dwayne Sausage The Rock, who was a big fan of him when he first started making his name. So that might be a good big surprise when Chris Jericho might be in Royal Rumble next year. I'm glad to see that coming. This is a big surprise. Another doubt, I think. Let me see a couple of things here about Chris Jericho. I know some people with AJ reported beliefs that Chris Jericho will not be back into the company and will start in WWE with a big surprise at Royal Rumble appearance. I'm glad to see that coming. So Chris Jericho will return to WWE after 2026 at Royal Rumble to his icon theme. He will retire in WWE. So this is what he said on his social media, his account. So whatever he sounds sick instead watch AEW goes to WWE isn't it. I'm saying this is a Hank critical biggest fan of him. So that would be awesome to see. I had a Chris Jericho, his profile on his website, I think. So let me see a couple of things. I could see him doing it get to into the Hall of Fame, but I thought he said he didn't care about that. I couldn't see them losing him or only did at one off match. Now and then, I think he has no flair and is even walking to the man. I think he might in the Hall of Fame for next year. So, um, so let me see. Come on here. So here's a slight update on Chris Jericho possibly returning to WWE. So, no one asked about Tony Khan. Hopefully not. I think he might. I just gave a Wrestling Soul Radio carry wallet to for Chris Jericho to Kuwait and Body War and help deal long-time informant get a good idea of how many Chris Jericho headline the stories we get in the coming days and weeks and months. So we haven't heard it from him since on his status. Let me see the next one here. Hold on, let me see. After a report of people in WWE said Chris Jericho to return at 2026 at Royal Rumble. Chris Jericho also has become one of his hottest topics in professional wrestling. After a new report from the Wrestling Center newsletter has the light on Chris Jericho AEW status and the possibility of a WWE return. Chris Jericho's contract with AEW is set to expire at the end of this year, according to a report from the Wrestling Center newsletter. And this is a growing beef with WWE that the former World Champion will nothing return to the company. Added with the Royal Rumble being discussed has a premature sittings for his homecoming, and WWE sources told. I did have reported indicate that they accept him into the muscle, and that says Boston might also has a getting toxic on Chris Jericho's part. And this is all wasn't in anybody who believes Chris Jericho will not resign and he will instead make his return to WWE at the end of 2026 at Royal Rumble. So, also has Chris Jericho has not appeared on AEW programming since April, wasn't fully responsive about his anniversary. I think he might. So this was a good sign for Chris Jericho to bring back, and he has been spent with all this time. So I was thinking about WWE is bringing this pay-per-view back again this year. The classic pay-per-view is on the hustle. Chris Jericho may be returning to WWE and while it look good. So we could have Armageddon, TLC, or No Way Out. So I'm glad to see him come back. So Chris Jericho making his fourth WWE entrance in 6 years of the Lonely Tree is back. It might be good to put him back in the main card soon. Let me see. I got his profile in here. Give me 1 second. Hey guys. I got his profile. Chris Jericho. Give me 1 second. So, here's his profile. His masses. So, let me put the screen here very quick. A minute. Let me see. So, I gotta just open here, so give me 1 minute. So here's Chris Jericho on just the top list of personal wrestling. So he has in his profile on his listing he might come back very soon. Says maybe. So Chris Jericho is not listed on WWE. We may watch it. Not very says yet. And I'll make you guys a slight update on this. I will let you guys know in this info on my YouTube. So we haven't seen him since like very long time. So I think he might. So let me see here. Are you saying that a dumpster is Chris Jericho? He might, I think. Until he comes back. I need this trash mask. Like trash mask is basically a casket mask. I got it. I'm gonna think about Gabe Kidd making his debut. I think. I don't know. Let me see. Oh, I've seen this part of the FTR sending it back. I've seen it on the old show. I've been watching it from back in 2024. I watched that for a very long time. So it might be good, I think, hopefully. Let me see. How many matches Chris Jericho has been? Hold on, let me see. How many times? Hold on. How many times Chris Jericho? So I'll say back in 2020. So he might do interview with Insight News about 6 years ago. That's crazy, I think. So he's been way back in days since like WCW back in 2001 in 2023 as well. Um, so let me see a couple things. Any stuff here. So we will do wrap these up in a quick minute. Let's wrap up. So let me see. Okay, so we haven't heard anything just yet, and I'll let you guys know. And just information on YouTube channel. I think. So let me see. Hold on. So we might get him back on his same new team, I think. He might be in the game in 2K25. I'm gonna just download him. He might, I think. So let me see any news here. Oh, here's ex-WWE star with the next steps after release is not wrestling anymore. Probably about Braun Strowman. There's an ex-WWE star with the next steps after release is not wrestling. Also after his basic positive release, a former WWE superstar, Braun Strowman has undergoes his next hosting a TV show. It's called Imaging. Also the menu for USA Network with Friday Night SmackDown is broadcast. So let's get wrap things up right here. So have a great Friday, and I say guys, next time. So have a great Friday. So we have SmackDown tonight. So have a great Friday. Have a rest of your weekend. And I'll see you guys later on for tonight's. I'll see you next time. Have a good one, guys. Peace.